I've been on a Sonic binge recently. I decided to replay Sonic Adventure 2. I streamed me finishing it and made a few too many jokes about banging Rouge the Bat to the point where I'm not even sure that they were jokes anymore.
She has massive tits. Rouge is fit, let's fuck.
There's not a lot that can turn me off Sonic. I'm a Sonic sympathizer, you might say. Look, I know there's been some rocky years, but Sonic is my boy. He introduced me to the world of video games. When I was a kid, I had 2 games on the Sega Mega Drive, and they were Jungle Book and Sonic the Hedgehog. I played the fuck out of Adventure and Adventure 2, so much that I practically know them inside and out. Sonic Heroes became the only game that I played for a period of time, and I'm gonna be real, I don't even hate Shadow the Hedgehog. I know that's a weird take because I can see it's no good. Like, I can tell it's a fucking weird game, but the Sonic fan in me says, no, James, you play Shadow the Hedgehog. You follow that floating starfish, and you'll enjoy yourself. Sonic 06 doesn't even upset me as much as it used to. There's something charming about it, despite the bugs and the anger management exercises. Sonic 06 was at least inspired. It tried to do something out there. It failed, but in concept, the idea is incredibly ambitious, and I can't fault them on that. Sonic Unleashed I adore, even if the Werehog levels can drag on for 47 minutes, and Generations I love probably even more so. I will defend Sonic to the ends of the earth, through thick and thin, through hard times and high times, but I cannot and will not accept the pile of cat shit that was Sonic fucking Forces. Now, I genuinely don't know if there's a fanbase for Sonic Forces, but there seems to be a fanbase for everything regardless of quality, so I'm going to assume that there is. And for this video, I am truly sorry, but this is quite possibly the worst game I have ever played. Sonic Forces I finished in a whopping 3 hours. Well, at least that's the length of my footage, but to be fair, I did pause it numerous times to chat to people on Discord, so let's be real, we could probably knock at least 30 minutes off of that, but regardless, 3 fucking hours? For the main story of a mainline Sonic title. Holy shit, Sonic team, what are we doing? Sonic Adventure 2 came out on the Dreamcast, and the main story is close to 10 to 15 hours for a casual playthrough, depending on how hard you find it. 3 hours? Are we joking? Is this a prank? What? Sure, there's a ton of side content which is just reused levels, not that the main story isn't just reused levels, but the main story should not be 3 hours. That's just... wow. Sorry, I'm shocked. I remember it being short when I played it 3 years ago, but... wow. First up, we're introduced to Eggman's plot, which is feeble as ever. I mean, Eggman used to up himself every time he did something. We'd always be fighting something a bit more sinister. I mean, the opening to a Sonic game should set the stage, take us into this story and get us going. I mean, look at Sonic Unleashed. This opening is fucking magnificent.
Oh, what is this, fucking Star Wars? Oh my boy, what have we got here? Eggman! This man means fucking business! Oh, it's the boy! Let's go! Oh my god! Fucking get him, Sonic! Oh shit! Oh my god, he's just fucking playing with him, man! Oh. Oh. Oh, my boy is doing bits! Oh my god! You can't stop him! Oh, he stopped him. He stopped him. That's it. It's all over. Oh no. No, what are we doing? Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Oh my god! This is Sonic! Yes!
And this is what we get from Sonic Forces.
Okay. Interesting. What we got here?
Sonic. How I hate him. And all of that loathing has been focused into this invincible instrument of destruction.
Right.
Every defeat, every humiliation at the Hedgehog's hands will be returned 1,000-fold by my unstoppable creation.
Okay, thanks for the
my dream come true.
Thanks for the exposition,
With this
Eggman.
invention, I can expand the Eggman Empire across the globe and conquer the world.
Okay.
The boss means business this time.
Oh yeah, thanks for telling us that, instead of showing us like Unleashed did. I appreciate that you just told us that he means business instead of showing us that he means business.
And it also looks like shit too. 9 years between these games and somehow Unleashed looks far superior, and it's not just cutscenes, that's in-game too. They entirely changed the visual style in Forces. We begin and we're dropped into, wouldn't you know it, Green Hill. Yay. The environments might have some more fidelity to them in terms of the amount of blades of grass than older games, but the lighting, the textures, none of it holds a candle to Unleashed or Generations. I'm honestly not sure what they did to these visuals, but no thank you. Oh, and here's the first annoying trope. All the dialogue, well, most of the dialogue is done through these odd text boxes. It's done mid-level, it's done on the stage selection screen. Sometimes they don't feel like giving you a cutscene to progress the story or bridge levels together. They just have characters' faces pop up and they spout exposition. It's honestly the strangest way I've ever seen a story conveyed, especially in a game that used to handle it pretty darn well. Moving on, we play the first stage, and it's Mindless. There's not a memorable set piece, no whale chasing you across the docks, no giant truck smashing through the streets, nothing memorable at all. It's just a linear A to B mission that doesn't have purpose. The gameplay itself, the structure of the level, it doesn't convey a story the same way older games used to. There's no navigating the tall, steep hills of San Francisco to escape Gun that is chasing down Sonic. There is no story here. It is just a level placed into a vague story. It doesn't connect well. The gameplay doesn't translate what's happening. It's just two pieces that are messily joined together. It's over in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. Oh no, wait, I forgot. Sonic sees a giant worm, and that's epic.
Man, look at the size of that thing! I guess all kinds of things show up when your neighborhood turns into a desert.
Also, I love Roger Craig Smith as much as the next guy. It's fucking Ezio, but he's not Sonic the Hedgehog. Listen to Jason Griffith.
Well, this is new. Showing remorse, Eggman? If you played nice, I wouldn't have to break all your toys.
That's Sonic. Now listen to Roger.
Okay, let's finish this, Eggman!
It just sounds like Roger. It doesn't sound like Sonic, and it really doesn't do it for me. This entire stage is just nothing. And that's the theme for every single stage in this game. They make you play the same areas over and over and over again with slightly different structures. There are about 30 stages, but I'd say in reality, there's probably more like 5. Green Hill, The City, Death Egg, Chemical Plant, and Casino Forest. The only one that's ever a bit interesting is Metropolis, but you go there once. Sonic games never used to be structured like this. We get new stages every time you progress, not using the same environments continuously. I mean, look at Sonic Heroes, look at Unleashed. Those games have so many great, memorable stages, all of which are different and unique and have memorable moments. Forces is literally the same bland environments, copy and pasted continuously, and it's ridiculously boring. We move on from Green Hill and get more story, and I mean, it looks like trash, it sounds like trash, and the story is so very, very lackluster. Again, it feels like rushing it along as quickly as it possibly can to get to the next boring stage, and oh my god, this is where we get the character creator. Name a better duo, I dare you. No, not a fucking chance. These two? Bro, these two are the most epic two characters with the most convincing friendship I've ever seen.
Are you here to rescue me? Mm-hmm. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
We get to create our own Sonic OCs, and fucking Christ is it dodgy. Not to mention the levels for the Avatar character are beyond boring, but by the end mine looked like a SoundCloud rapper preparing for the coronavirus, so you know, that was an upside, I guess. It feels like in this game, every cutscene is just trying its best to be as short as it possibly can to progress to the next level. They don't want to tell a story. The story is there basically for the sake of it. They never give characters time or moments. They never bother to set up genuine stakes. They just give you a loose enough story to allow the world to exist, and sure, some people might say, well, that's all you need for a Sonic game. We don't need stories, look at Mania. Sure, and that works wonders with the classic games, don't get me wrong, but in these 3D Sonic games, you need that story element. Part of the charm of the 3D era is the characters, their relationships, and the stories that they go through. You need time between these stages to have a cutscene in which you can elaborate on story, give a purpose to what you're doing, but this game doesn't even try. The dialogue will say, this person is going here to do this, and then you just play the level and it's over right away. There's no substance to anything you do in this game, and when Dreamcast games handled this better, you've got a problem. We then are introduced to classic Sonic, who is in this game for whatever reason. It's silly. He was in Generations because it was the 20th anniversary. It was cool, but he's in this game because I don't know why. To be fair though, I do like his entrance scene, the way it plays the Sonic Mania title card music. Yeah, okay, you got me a little bit happy there.
What? Oh, you're that Sonic from another dimension, aren't you? Right, that makes sense.
But beyond that, no! Because it sucks. Classic Sonic gameplay is so rigid, it doesn't even feel like classic Sonic gameplay. It's a huge downgrade from Generations. There's no momentum. I can't count the amount of times I was trying to go up a hill at full speed and it still slowed down to almost a halt trying to go over it. That's how the level is made. How did this get released When you go over a boost pad and you speed up, Sonic has to slow down because his top speed is slower than the boost pad makes you go. It's so stunted and completely ignores the main concept of classic Sonic gameplay, which is momentum. Talking about gameplay issues, modern Sonic feels slow. When you play Unleashed and Generations, you get these huge spaces to boost and feel fast. I remember in Holoska Day in Sonic Unleashed, speeding across the ice and the water, this huge expanse and boosting along and just feeling like Sonic. Sonic Forces doesn't do that. I don't know if it's the effects, the physics, the restricted level design, but Unleash's day stages make you feel free and like there's endless possibilities. Get it? But in Forces, you don't get that same sense of freedom and speed. It feels slow and sluggish, and it looks incredibly unimpressive. You also can't drift in Forces, which is annoying. Another thing that stunts pacing. The level design is claustrophobic, Sonic's jumps feel wildly unpredictable compared to Unleashed and Generations. I never know if I'm going to make a jump or not. Sometimes I play the same bit over and over and over again, trying to jump a gap, but every single time the jump distance is randomized. Sometimes I overshoot, sometimes I don't go far enough, and the double jump is useless. Overall, Sonic feels underpowered in this game and just not fun to play as at all. Plus, that tied with these lackluster environments is just, well, the game feels dead. And then we have the Avatar, who I've talked about a little bit, but let's delve into gameplay a bit more. This is a mess. Most Wispons, which are the customizable weapons, are useless. They're not fun, they slow down pacing, and they don't let levels flow properly. Not to mention the grapple significantly stunts pacing and slows you down mid-flow, which is irritating. The jumping is as bad as Sonic's, if not worse. I mean, look at this shit. I tried this so many fucking times, and every single time I couldn't do it because the jumping isn't precise. Why didn't they bother to refine the fundamental gameplay mechanics of a platformer? On top of that, it's a nameless, uninteresting character without a voice. It's not fun to play as. Why can't we just replace this guy with Tails? Give him some gadgets or something. I don't know. Anything is better than this joke. And we're meant to buy that Sonic is mates with this guy? Nah, get out of here. The villain in Infinite could have been really cool, but he's not. He's the most one-dimensional character in the franchise. He has nothing about him, he's not menacing, he's a buffoon who has no purpose or motivation. His backstory was told in a comic, and even in that story, there is no motivation beyond being bored with the current world, so he wants to destroy everything? Oh, alright mate, I guess. All of the fan favourites take a back seat. We barely see Knuckles and Tails. Amy is just there talking every so often. Silver shows up, yet is sidelined. Shadow doesn't get to be front and centre character, and so we're left with Sonic, and a SoundCloud rapper, going from stage to stage with very little story to string it all together. It feels like they wanted to do so much, but ended up cutting 90% of it. The main theme's kinda cool though. In a better game I might love it, but there's no emotional weight to tie it to this story. It's not like His World or Endless Possibilities, Live and Learn or Open Your Heart. It sounds good, but there's nothing to it to bind it to the story that makes you feel anything. And also, why is it using Seaside Hill? Like, why is that the melody they chose? It still confuses me. Which brings me onto the music of these stages. I know I touched upon it, but this game has no City Escape, no Spagonia Day, nothing that sounds cool. I remember when I got onto the first classic Sonic Green Hill stage and thought, oh, finally, at least there'll be music that'll make me feel something. And then this happened.
Oh, that's not Green Hill. What is that?
You've got to find it.
That's not nice.
They also like to reuse boss battles. The final battle against Infinite is really just the Metal Sonic boss battle. It's the same thing, and it's not fun or clever, it's just boring. Also, Sonic's redesign sucks. They tried to make him look a bit more like classic Sonic with the lighter blue and the shorter spikes, but the reason modern Sonic is because he doesn't look like classic Sonic. The darker blue, the longer spikes, it gives him identity, and for a lot of people, modern Sonic is Sonic. Most people, in fact. And I feel like he's lost that identity entirely. Is this final battle meant to be cool? Because it's not. Also, they added a Shadow DLC. It's 20 minutes, it's a prequel. The level design is just as bad, but it's Shadow, so nice, cool, I guess. I want to say that this game feels like the makings of a fan game, but even fan games are more inspired than this drivel. I want to hope that the reason this game is so tremendously bad is because Sonic Team didn't have the time to develop this game due to it being the first game on a new engine, and porting over everything took so long that they had to cut corners, and that moving forward we'll get much higher quality experiences, and I bloody hope so, because this is just simply a joke. For the price that this game is, 3 hours of main story and then copy and pasted side missions is not okay. not even a little bit okay, especially when your main mechanics are all entirely broken. I love Sonic. I have always loved Sonic, but this game, it's not Sonic. Even at its lowest points, there were still elements that I could see they got it, and they wanted to do right, even if they failed. Sonic 06 is inspired, yet a failure. This game is a failure because they didn't even try. That felt good. I needed to get that out. Now, on the plus side, you can get a snapback that says Gamer on it, and I'm loving every second of that. Thank you, Sonic Team! Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other stuff. This was a bit of fun to make, despite replaying the game being pretty much hell. Thanks for all the support recently. I really do love you all so much. Thank you to everyone on Patreon if you want to go join them and help support me over there for early access to content and exclusive access to particular things. Really would appreciate that as well. Thank you to everyone who's been showing up to streams and supporting me over there. It really does mean a lot to me that I can sit down and work on these videos and people will watch them. And I don't have to really worry about what I'm doing. I just have to put work and time and effort into things that I create, and it's rewarded simply for that. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for supporting me, and I'll see you all very, very soon for another video. Catch you later, boys. Bye-bye.